the story of a man who never gave up. The boy named Sanders, who was born in Henryville, Indiana, in 1890. Sanders' father died when he was 6 years old, leaving Sanders to look after his siblings in the house. He quit school in the 7th grade and moved out to work as a farmhand. He faked his age to join the American Army at the age of 16. A year later, after receiving an honorable discharge, he was hired as a laborer by the railway. However, he lost his job because of a dispute with a co-worker. He then studied law while working for the railway until his legal career was destroyed when he got into another dispute. Sanders was compelled to go home to living with his mother and find work as a life insurance salesman. And guess what? He again got fired for disobedience. But this guy was just not ready to give up. Or was he? In 1920, at the age of 30, he started a ferry boat business. Later, he tried to start a lamp manufacturing company by cashing in on his ferry boat business, only to discover that another company was already selling a better version of his lamp. At this point, he was just a helpless victim. At the age of 40, he started selling chicken meals in a petrol station. A conflict with a competitor led to a fatal shootout when he started to market his meals. 4 years later, he purchased a motel, which, along with his restaurant, was destroyed in a fire accident. Nevertheless, this resilient man set up and operated a new motel until World War II compelled him to shut it down. Following the war, he tried to franchise his restaurant. His recipe was rejected 1009 times before anyone accepted it. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sanders' secret recipe quickly became a hit. However, when an interstate opened close by, it crippled the thriving restaurant. So Sanders decided to sell it and pursue his dream of expanding KFC franchises and hiring KFC employees across the nation. After years of failures and misfortunes, Sanders finally achieved success. KFC expanded internationally, and he sold the company for $2 million, $22 million today. Even today, Sanders continues to be a key component of KFC's branding, and his face still appears in their logo. His goatee, white suit, and western string tie are still used to represent scrumptious country fried chicken globally. As of 2022, there are over 25,000 KFC outlets in 147 countries in the world. Isn't that great? The morale of the story: if you're overwhelmed by rejection or discouraged by setbacks, remember the story of Colonel Harlan Sanders. Despite being fired from multiple jobs, having his legal career destroyed, suffering setbacks from the Great Depression, fires, and World War II, he still managed to build one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. Nothing or nobody could ever beat Sanders. With the exception of arguing and getting fired, we should all strive to be more like Colonel Sanders. Never give up, because success is often just a step beyond, where most people quit.